What an insane day. Now, if you've been living under a rock and you don't know, Zeta is up a whopping, I don't know, at this point, 18% for the day. Let's get into it. Okay. As I was saying, Zeta is now up. Let's take a look here. Zeta is up 10% during the market hours today and 9% after hours. Now, the 10% or 9% during the day, I honestly think it's just a market wide thing. If we look at stocks like a SoFi, it's just probably up 7%. If we look at a Iron, the stock is up 10%. Oklo, another speculative name, is up 15%. My goodness. Okay, I didn't know that. But as you can see, I think it's just a market breadth speculative day today. I think beta's back on. I guess the stock marketers and the Wall Streeters decided to wake up and start working again. And so that's what happened with Zeta during the middle of the day. Now that was fun. That was exciting. But what's really big and something that my buddy Wealthmatica called out, Nick, is an OpenAI partnership. So as you can see here, he wrote this article on December 7th. Today is January 5th. And he thinks OpenAI are quietly building the future of GEO, and nobody's paying attention. Over the last few months, there's been strange pattern of signals around OpenAI plus marketing plus monetization. Code leaks, job postings, denials, reclarifications. Something feels off. And, lo and behold, he's correct. Obviously, give him a follow. You called this out. He's originally what put me onto Zeta. And I think most people in the community know who he is, but if you don't, please give him a follow. Now, I am by no means going to claim I'm a genius, but I did buy almost 700 shares yesterday in my Roth at 2050. And if we look, I'm a degen, don't mind me. I bought at like 10 p.m. last night. And so now we're up about 15% in one trading day. But yeah, crazy news. Zeta Global and OpenAI team up to deliver answer-driven marketing with Athena. So I'll go ahead and just read a little bit tidbit of this, and we can talk a little bit more about it. And I also want to play a clip for anyone that doesn't know Athena and doesn't know how big it's going to be for the company. But let me get into this. So the AI Marketing Cloud announced a strategic collaboration with OpenAI to power the conversational intelligence and agentic applications behind Athena, which is a super intelligent agent built for enterprise marketing. OpenAI models will now support Athena's next phase of development, enabling more intuitive and intelligent experiences for enterprise marketers. Zeta also expanded beta access to Athena, meeting strong demand from enterprises seeking answer-driven marketing at scale. Now, a lot of that's very buzzwordy. Totally get it. But I'll keep going a little bit here. First introduced to Zeta Live, Athena adapts to each user's goals and working style, instantly transforming questions into actionable answers. Athena brings answer-driven intelligence directly into marketing workflows, so teams spend less time navigating data and more time acting on insights. Today's announcement marks the next phase of Athena's evolution, with its first two agentic applications, Insight and Advisor, entering beta. They then go on to say Zeta powers its AI advantage with deeper OpenAI model interactions. Zeta is deepening its technology collaboration with OpenAI to bring a more natural, reliable conversational intelligence into Athena. The companies will align Athena's product roadmap with advances in OpenAI models, accelerating how enterprises teams get decision-ready answers inside their daily workflows. So essentially, what this is, and just to talk about a little more, essentially, it just helps companies and marketers specifically understand their customers and decide what to do next. It's basically like an agent within the platform of Zeta. And so the reason this is big and the reason the partnership's big is obviously anything with OpenAI is just an instant pop, as you can see. I guess we're keeping the trend of last year where any OpenAI partnership, let's just let's give them 10%. But essentially, it's you can talk to it, ask the questions like a ChatGPT, like an agent, and have it pull in all the data from within the enterprise platform and give you answers based on that data. So, who is most likely to buy? Who is about to stop engaging? What message should this person see next? When should it be sent? Instead of marketers guessing or doing their best guess based on some automations in the system, Athena uses that AI to spot the patterns and make predictions in real time. So it's pretty cool. But this is just super big news. I wanted to hop on quick and just talk about it real quick. Obviously, this is now doing great in our public portfolio. portfolio, it's up 14% since I bought on Friday. So within 2 market days, we're up basically the S&P performance in a year, which is just insane. I think this should I just wanted to give you a quick video to give you a slightly better explanation of it's really just an advanced ChatGPT if you guys use that or Gemini or Perplexity that gives you that derives from the data from your platform. And so as a marketer, it enables you to probably save hours a week. And so if Zeta is betting big on this product, and I think this will drive the next level of growth for the next 3 to 5 years, honestly. Now it was just released, I believe, in early November, so it's basically in a beta stage. And I think David said it won't really go to all their customers. It's only going to beta customers for the first quarter. I believe it's Q2 of 2026. It's going to hit all customers, so I think that's June of this year. So not too far away, but yeah, this is huge, and I think it's a great partnership for them. It puts them on the map. It puts them on the map for Wall Streeters. It puts them on the map for a lot of our enterprises because anything attached to OpenAI is basically marketing for a marketing company. Um, and so, yeah, I just think this is a big deal, and I just wanted to talk about that. Now, the other thing I want to talk about, and something that I feel like I, I don't want to understate, is the stock in the company itself is still undervalued. And so I'm going to go ahead and just dive in little bit about how even up 70%, which is literally the S&P's performance in a year, the stock is still undervalued in my opinion. Okay, like I was saying, Zeta is still undervalued. So even though the stock is up, as you can see, let's take a look again. It is up at this point basically 18% in a single day, which is just nuts, first of all. Second of all, when I initially talked about them on Friday, so 2 days ago, 3 days ago, the price of sales was a 3.9. After the 18% move is a 4.26. And if we take a look here on the bottom right, I'll actually zoom in a little bit better so it's more clear. Zeta is this blue line on the bottom, as you see here. Now, the next closest, right below it, is Adobe, which is at 5.84%, which is just keep in mind, typically price of sales is used for earlier stage, higher growth companies and SaaS companies. And so when Adobe is not growing 34%, which is the guide for this year, the next one, let's take a look again, HubSpot. Or actually, it is CRM, which is 6.1. So again, it's about, in terms of price of sales, it would need about another 50% move to get around that 6 price of sales, which again, I think is conservative for a company with operational leverage. So, they're about to be operationally profitable. Free cash flow is spiking. They're growing and guiding for 34%. They're now also just in terms of sentiment's a big thing in investing. They're now on the map. With OpenAI, this put them on the map, whether it's Wall Streeters, whether it's other enterprise companies. Um, Now let's take a look at the next one. We have HubSpot. I don't know what they're growing, but they're a solid mid-level company. With this out at a 6.7 or 6.66, again, I still think it's super cheap. And then if you look at the rest, they're all above 12 or up. Now these, I would say, besides a Snowflake, um, and maybe even Datadog, I'm not entirely sure, but these are all high quality SaaS companies, growing 25%, mainly profitable, have tons of operational leverage, but I think Zeta will get to. I don't think they deserve anything above a 10 right now, Zeta specifically. I think we need to see them to prove the next probably 8 quarters to really see, okay, what premium valuation we'll give them. As you can see here, CrowdStrike, who's growing 25-30% a year. This is clearly, I think, in my opinion, overvalued. But it gets premium for a reason, right? They typically outperform. But just to kind of highlight how undervalued Zeta still is, even after an 18% move. To me, it's 50 to 100% undervalued. And so that's why I'm not trimming a share. That's why I honestly will probably buy more as it continues. I'm a big believer in buying your winners and selling and cutting your losers early. Do not buy into a loser and sell your winner. I've been burned out many times before doing that. And so, yeah, I just wanted to highlight that as an investor, how you want to think about this is okay, it's up 18%, but where does where does it sit valuation wise? Is it okay? Is it now approaching fair value? Is it overvalued? Is it still undervalued? And so with Zeta right now, I still lean, even though it's at almost $24, that it's heavily undervalued, especially for the guidance they offered for next year. Thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate you following along. Again, the support has been amazing. You guys will continue to see me drop more episode or more videos on the channel, whether it's Zeta, Nebius, Hymns, or other investments I make. But yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. Catch you in the next one.